We are back, episode 113.
God, see, it is delayed. If you didn't even hear me count down.
No, I heard you. I was playing around with it.
Oh, yeah. All right, here we are, episode 113 of the BSG podcast, coming to you not live, but close to live. A little show rundown real quick. We're going to talk Olympic golf, men's golf recap. Got the women starting in the morning at 3 a.m. Standard Eastern Time. And then we just have some picks for the show coming on, and then drop some question. We're just going to run through it. So before we go any further, though, the boys have to take a second and talk to you about our favorite sponsor on the show, Moon Golf.
Oh, I guess that's my cue. Let me hop on. Go to Moon Golf. Check them out down in Auburn, Alabama. We love going in there and visiting every single week. I know Mitch is in and out of there telling us what all the new stuff they have coming in. I actually got to go get some new gloves, new balls pretty soon.
Yeah.
So that's like our one-stop shop right now. We're loving what they do. We go in there and get fit for all the different clubs that they've got, in stock. They got all the new 2024 stuff. I'm sure they're ready for the 2025 and stuff.
And brand new vessel bags.
Yours been there?
It's here. It's in the room. I picked it up Thursday.
I sure do wish we had some pictures of it to post on the page.
Me too.
So we can show some people.
We had a slight issue with that.
There's a slight quality
I remember you telling me about
correction that's being handled internally.
So yeah, go check them out. And I've never been so excited for a place to be stocked up on gloves, but that Moon Golf glove, it just makes me feel like I'm an actual sponsored athlete when I wear the Moon Golf on my left hand. So go check them out, Moon Golf. We love it. We're there all the time. Let's get into the show. Let's just jump into it. Olympic golf. Here's what we know. A USA goes back to back. We've seen that before. In gold medals. Our American golfers should want to know the best golfers out there.
I mean, 100%. They've won almost all. Did they win all the majors this year?
Well, that's a good question. I didn't do that research.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, they were 4 for 4 on majors.
And then back to back on gold medals.
Yeah, I mean, they win when it matters.
Completely agree with you. It's good that we have the number one golfer in the world right now as well.
Oh, we have a guest appearance on the show. If you're a longtime viewer, y'all have never met Noah Casey. No, this is Noah Casey Birchfield.
Noah Casey Birchfield.
They named him after me. Look at this stud.
6 months Sunday. Went to the doctor today. Got a couple shots. He's 15 pounds.
Man, listen, we've got Little Man on the show. Come December, we'll have another Little Man on the show. We're just gonna be rocking around with babies in BSG.
Heard there's a chance for another little one towards Trail Street.
No, there is not no more. This shop is hopefully closed down. We'll let the Birchfield family, the Edmondson family, and the Clay family continue that legacy of BSG. So anyways, men definitely USA best golfers. Did y'all see where the last 5 holes for Scotty, his live betting odds were plus 5,000? Meaning, all you had to do was throw down $100. You could have won $5,000 if he won, which he did. But gambling's not allowed in Alabama.
Yeah,
it reminds me of one of those clips where they talk about the guy saying, "I want to be in contention with Tiger on a Sunday," and the guy's like, "No, you don't." That's Scotty right now.
I know how many strokes he was. It didn't look good, and for him to come back like that, which makes me. I want to ask, like, if gambling was legal, would you have had the confidence to throw down money on Scotty? Would that be his odds?
I would bet Scotty 4 for 4 on majors. You just roll it over.
Money on Scotty every day.
No, not really. You put it on Rory almost every week, so you don't put it on Scotty.
Yeah, he did put it on Rory.
Yeah, because normally y'all pick him before I can say anything.
That's true.
I still got faith in Rory. I still got faith.
But do you think after the first couple rounds, y'all kind of gave up on Scotty in the Olympics? Because round 1 was okay. Round 2, he was kind of back there. Wasn't really contending.
I didn't expect him to shoot a 62. Like I think out of everything, I figured he would get a medal. Like he could probably work his way up to like third, second, but it
Yeah,
did not see him winning. Come like Sunday morning when they teed off.
that's what I'm thinking too. Like I did not see him doing that and pulling it off on the Sunday.
The other
He's too good.
like yeah, the other big takeaway from that Sunday round, two guys that kind of collapsed there towards the end. John Rahm was definitely one of them. He had a
Yep.
Surprise!
four shot lead at one
And
point,
54 holes, it gets them.
and then Xander shooting two over. That was kind of unexpected. Usually this year he's been pretty solid on his Sunday rounds.
Rom went from a 4-shot lead to losing by 4 shots, which is insane because he was coming off
Eight
that
shot
win in
swing.
the Live tournament, and I was like, oh yeah, he's dialed in, and then for that to happen, um, insane right there. Did you
Very
see?
reminiscent of when Brooks fell apart at the Masters after holding the lead for 54.
Oh yeah,
And the first joke is, it's Live. They don't play 72.
you're right because his round he shot a 67, 66, 66, which would have been good, and then he threw in a
Oh yeah,
70. And then Wyndham Clark, our anchor on Team USA, and I don't mean it like he's carrying. I mean he was the last. He was the weight to be
he was weighing
carried.
them down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have been
But
Bryson.
I will say this: open up with a 75, and you're like, okay, why is he on the team? But he did come back with a 68, 65, 65, which put him T14. So that first round, he could have kind of threw something else in there, but he did
Hey,
not deserve to be at the
are you?
Olympics.
Do you have the scoreboard or the leaderboard pulled up right now?
Yeah, I do.
Can you tell me what Matthew Fitzpatrick shot in his first? I think it was his first round, first or second round.
Matt, let me scroll on down for Matt Fitzpatrick.
He WD'd, but I can't remember what he
He
ended up
shot a
shooting.
73, a 64, and then 81.
Oh,
That's
I
what
could have went.
Yeah.
Send me.
And do you think when he withdrew, did they list his reason for withdrawing?
I think he
We
had
know.
an injury, but yeah,
No,
I was just messing. Yeah,
I was gonna say you knew it had to
Or
be
an
a injury.
illness.
yeah.
When you throw up 81, that's you about to start putting up some Billy Horschel tears. You remember when he shot in the 80s and he cried?
Justin
That's kind of
Thomas too.
oh yeah, JT. There was something in the air recently with him. Um, but Wyndham he pulled it together. Not who we would have picked, obviously for USA, but whatever. Which brings
It's
me
over.
to
We got the gold.
you're right. Which brings me to a good question. Does this silver medal do anything for Tommy Fleetwood's career in
No,
your eyes?
no. I was hoping when I was watching it, I was like, it might mean something if he could get gold since he ain't won nothing.
Yeah.
And then he didn't clutch up.
But if he
I
won
like.
gold, would it change anything to you since he's still not a PGA Tour winner?
I mean, it would be beating the best in the world.
That's true.
It's not a tour win.
That's true.
I liked
Not
all
a
the
tour.
arguments that Tron made about him. If he would have won gold, there would have been more questions. But now that
Oh yeah,
he won silver, it's just kind of like
that's
That's
what
who
he does.
taking a step in the right direction. Yeah, yeah.
He just needs, if he wants to win, go back to the DP World Tour because it ain't happening on the PGA Tour. I don't think. I honestly believe he'll get a major win before he gets a PGA Tour win
A lot of people would say the same.
in his career. So, uh, probably the saddest story from the men's Olympic event was Tom Kim needing a medal essentially to not have to serve his 21-month mandatory military service. I believe No Laying Up said it's not just the Olympics, so it's any event. Like if he wins an event, I think it's the same thing. He gets to avoid that service. I don't know. Which made me think if you had to break 90 from the tips at Point University to avoid serving in the military, do you think you could do it with that pressure on you?
I'm signing up. I'll shoot 100 just to serve my country.
Just as okay. Now, if you weren't as patriotic as that, what do you think? Do you think you could do it? Would that pressure on you?
I think it's one of them things. It's a strange thing for South Korea because every man does it. Like when I
Yeah.
worked at Mando, everybody that had ever come to the site had already done it.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd almost be strange to not go.
Yeah, I think a lot of them count on getting a medal and or just going as long as they can until it happens, till they have to leave.
Yeah, I think the wild thing is like, I guess for him, you're in the peak of a career that's making you a lot of money, and a lot of people go serve. Oh, bless you, Noah. A lot of people go serve, and they lose that mojo, and so when he comes back, he may not be where he was.
I
But
mean, it's better than AK.
that's true.
But I mean, if injuries versus military service are kind of different.
Um,
One golfer, one South Korean golfer that actually was like at one of like the peak of his career and then had to do his service was Sang Moon Bae. He was in the last President's Cup in 2018, or that was his last actual tournament, and he did his service. And they said that once he like finished, he tried to pick golf back up again. He said, "I can still hit the ball, but I can't. I just like don't have the game to score anymore." So I mean,
Yeah.
it
I'm
can
sure it's
like
one of them things. If you're
yeah,
not, especially at that level, if you're not at it 7 days a week,
yeah.
really 8 days a week, 25 hours a day, if you're not on it, I feel like
Um,
that's the level they have to be at to compete.
Sung J M and Siwoo Kim are exempt. They won gold last year, I believe, at the Asian Games. So that also counts as their like exemption.
that's I don't know. I mean, No Laying Up talked about it briefly and kind of said that he would get a pretty easy job in the military because he's a person of status. So I imagine he's still going to get to play a lot of golf. It's just the fact that almost 2 years you're not playing competing PGA Tour. But I doubt he's not going to still be playing golf. It's just going to
Yeah.
be a lifestyle change
And it's
compared to his.
weird because it's not like they're actively deploying anywhere.
Yeah, it's just like come serve
It's
your
not like
mandatory
ours.
time.
Like ours are all over the world. Everywhere you think they could be, they're there and other places.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're just in South Korea training.
So we'll see Tom Kim soon with his military outfit on. Does anybody know when he has to start that by chance?
Monday. It was this Monday.
Oh, it was right after
No, I'm
Olympics.
just kidding. I don't know. I would
Oh,
assume very soon, though.
I was about to say,
No,
dang.
he's got until he's 35,
Oh, how old is he right now?
21 or 22.
Oh, he anytime between then he serves it.
Yeah, yeah,
So he's got a few more Olympics to try and whatever else
yeah.
he needs. So there's still hope, Tom. We're rooting for you. Just know
No,
that
we're
if
not.
I was
Go serve.
Serve your country.
Yeah,
just-
serve your country.
become an American citizen, then you don't have to worry about that. Hey, what was everybody's thoughts on Team USA's outfits?
The hoodie that Nelly and them are rocking.
Okay, we're not going to talk about the women's yet. Let's talk about the men's.
That's
Let's talk
Team
about the
USA.
men's.
You did not specify
Okay.
men or women.
Let's do men's outfits because the
That's
women
all right.
look a lot better.
That was all right. It's not something I would buy.
Do you like the
No.
baseball pants or no?
I mean, if I'm getting up, I'm coming in to relieve somebody in the seventh inning on the mound.
But if
But
you're
I don't
teeing
know
off
many times
with
you
your
wear
buddies,
pants like that with a pinstripe down the side.
I thought
So
it looked like a bowling outfit. Like they had I mean, very much so baseball pants on, but the shirts almost looked like bowling shirts. It was the color schemes
Yeah.
they had. I was like, this is ridiculous. And then the hats, nothing matched. That was what I hated. It was like nothing was minimalist like how Nike normally does their stuff. They were obviously using Jay Lindenberg, and that was just, I don't think that was the right move.
That's
Yeah, I don't-
one of the questions I have. Why don't they use someone? Because Jay Lindenberg is obviously foreign.
yeah.
Why don't you use Nike or Under Armour or Adidas? Someone or is
The
Adidas is foreign too, though, right?
Yeah. Oh well, the jumpsuit that they had to put on after the round was Nike. I don't know.
They talked about it briefly. I think it was Tron. He was just saying he wishes that it would have been your outfits were based kind of grouped with your country. So like wear an American based outfit, but Nike's a China sweatshop too, so it don't really matter. But wearing something, I don't get it. I wasn't a fan. Why wasn't Ralph Lauren the logos or what? I mean the clothing
I don't
brand.
even like their stuff. I like the Nike stuff's always look good.
Yeah.
Or
But
you could use Starter from Walmart, the old school.
that is true that the Nike. Well, so the jumpsuit he put on afterwards, it just says United States Olympic Team. So I wonder if the official Olympic gear was Nike, and just that golf had some kind of deal with the other
That's
stuff. I don't know.
probably true.
Which I would have preferred Nike for sure.
I thought Tommy looked good. And there were like other countries that did look really good, like their outfits. So I mean, I think United States was definitely at the bottom of my favorites.
What about the men's Australian the visors? Would you rock one, or would you be like, give me a cap?
No, I gotta have something to hold this hair down. It'd be flopping around.
What
You just wear it out the top like dang, who's that
Bo
older
Hostler,
golfer? Yeah.
Keith
Oh,
Mitchell, I think they were advisors.
I'm trying to see. Was your guy Cam Smith? He wasn't in it, was he?
No, I don't. I didn't
Must have
see
been
his name at all.
the rankings must have messed it up.
Yeah, I think the world rankings, yeah, probably knocked him out of it.
Or he just not good no more.
That's true too.
That is true. Watching it, did you like the stroke play style of it, or do y'all wish it would have been like match play, kind of like Ryder Cup, make it a little more exciting?
I like the match play for like the internet, like the non-tour events. I
Yeah.
love the match play.
So like a country would have won a medal instead of individual.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a lot
Yeah,
more. It'd been easier to watch and root for because then I'd been like, oh yeah, USA, let's go, let's get it.
I like the idea of that, and then I also started watching some other sports that like have it's like an individual thing, and they have like two or three United States players competing, and I'm like, well, that just gives us more chances to get a medal. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of mixed on it. I think that match play would definitely help viewing experience because then you're like, okay, I know what this comes down to and what this means and how much pressure is on these guys instead of just playing a normal 72 hole stroke, tournament like they do every weekend.
So for Scotty, where do y'all? I was going to ask y'all this. Where do you think this ranks for his 2024 season? You've got the Masters, you've got the Players, you've got Arnold Palmer, RBC, the Memorial. Where do you, if you're Scotty and you just want a gold medal, where do you rank this in your season of wins?
It's got to be number one because he's already won the Masters before.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
So if you won all that, you're saying, I mean, gold. It's like almost a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Or if you compare it to the money he's won this year.
He won like 37,000, I think, from this.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking about over the year on tour.
Oh yeah.
Like you take tour wins versus this.
This
It's like 30 mil.
the only thing I struggle with comparing is that this is a cool thing that not many people do, so that makes me want to rank it high. But then it's also like in my profession, which would be golf, the majors are what's important, and so the Masters is like to be able to do that. But I almost think that the not many people are ever going to be able to say they had a gold medal. Like Tiger's never going to be able to say that. Jack can't say that. Arnie can't say that. So that's what I would go with, probably gold medal too. Which brings me to the question: should caddies get medals?
Oh.
Yeah, if you do copper, oil rub bronze.
You don't think Ted Scott should have got a gold medal? He helped. There's no way Scotty's winning it without him. Ted was reading the putts for him.
Scotty's who he is.
I don't get it's a team. It was a team. That's what I don't get about golf. If you hire a caddy, that's now a team event. I think they should have got a medal as well.
Yeah, I think a medal would have been pretty cool.
I think so. They did a lot of work.
Just
too.
Just a really
Oh.
small one.
No, they could do it like those old heart necklaces that broke in half.
Oh gosh.
With his one half to the caddy, one half to the player.
I feel like Scotty's such a nice guy. He's the kind of guy who'd give Ted that medal and be like, "Here, you earned this.
Oh yeah.
I got
Like,
enough."
I don't need this. I got 30 mil. You got 3 already.
Yeah. Or he would either just have a replica made for Ted. Which brings us into this week. The women start tomorrow morning. If you're listening and you're like, I can't wait to watch the women, I hope you wake up early because they'll be broadcasted from 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. Eastern time. That's when you can watch the women. USA's team is Nelly Korda, Lilia Vu, and Rose Zhang. I'm saying it now. We may win all 3 medals.
All
with that
3,
team,
yeah.
with that team right there. That is,
They've been hot on tour all season.
I think Nelly's number 1, Lilia is number 3, 2 or 3, and then Rose like number 9 or something like that.
Yeah.
Tour. I think we may get all 3 of them if everybody's playing well. So
who knows with Nelly? She's been up and down. She won 5 in a row, and she has not been reliable as a pick.
And she's coming off as the defending gold champion. Is that everybody's kind of like just random pick for this? Is Nelly going to win? That's who I'm going with. I'm going Nelly.
We're only sending 3. So
yeah, we're sending Nelly, Lilia, and Rose.
Yeah, I think Nelly's the favorite there, or Rose.
I was about to say you could interchange any of them. I think they're gonna. Maybe they're just all top 3.
That'd be insane if they did that. I'm trying to see real quick any of the other names. Well, there's a lot. Basically, all the big names are in there. Celine Boutier would be a good one.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think you're going to have to give credit to the home crowd that's going to be there too. The French players, they're going to be on it.
Do you see they're not letting what's the lady with the girl with the cigarettes? They're not letting her. Yeah, she can't smoke in France. They said no cigarettes.
She'll be popping them Zins.
They may throw her off right there.
Maybe she'll get the little jewel.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and throw them in.
You just see her.
Yeah.
Them Zins like candy Tic Tac, throwing them in. So we're going to transition now to our picks for the week. The men, we're back on the PGA Tour. We're at the Wyndham Championship. The Bryan Bros, they're doing some content this week. Is George, is he playing in it? Because he said something about he said kind of back on the PGA Tour. So I don't know if he has an exemption or not. Lucas Glover's the defending champ. Your boy, I'm going with Sung Jae M to take the win. He is the betting favorite, and that's my pick.
I'm going with a young gun who's been so hot, Luke Clinton. I'm believing him.
Akshay Bhatia.
Oh yeah,
he's been pretty hot all season. I mean, he's had his little cold streak.
Who did you say?
Akshay Bhatia.
Oh, Akshay.
I like Akshay. Bye.
Who you got, Brady?
I'm going with the 2025 Ryder Cup captain. Give me Keegan Bradley.
Oh, see, for some reason, when I think about people being the captains of Ryder Cup and President Cup, I feel like, oh, they're retired now. They're washed up. If they're captains.
True.
If you're getting picked as a captain, I like Keegan though. I wouldn't mind him winning. I still love it. That clip of where what was the guy's name that was fussing with Keegan's caddy, and Keegan was like, "Don't talk to my caddy like that." The guy with the cigar that does all the weird stretches. I can see his name. I mean, see him.
Oh,
but
you talking about
he's
Jimenez?
Yeah, on the Champions Tour. He's got the long curly hair, and he got in Keegan's caddy's face, and Keegan got him in between there. But so that's our picks for the PGA Tour for the Wyndham. No LPGA event this week, just the Olympics. So take some time and enjoy the Olympics. Root for USA. The picks only have like 2-3 more weeks left, I think. Not many.
3 after this week.
Mitchell's about to be entering some kind of qualifying
local U.S. amateur championship event.
And we're going to document the whole thing. He's got to finish he cannot withdraw from injury.
No injuries and nothing. You better battle through.
I've never seen him quit 18 holes before for injury, so he better not do it for this amateur event.
His foot will start hurting.
I got to show up first.
That ankle. When the ankle starts hurting. So I think we do. I had the drop zone question here, but I like the question that you sent from Foreplay today, Zach. if, if you don't know there, which I'm sure if you're listening to us, you know Foreplay. They asked a question: if you're paired with
Well, two.
you and two are paired with two randoms, and those two randoms start nagging another people and getting a fight. Do you feel like you're going to help them, you and your boy?
Riggs was like, it also depends on, are we on front nine or back nine? Because if it's like the front nine, you got the whole back nine where they're going to be mad at you, and they might change the tide and come at you. So you're kind of inclined to help. But if it's the back nine, it's like, well, there's only a couple more holes left.
If it ain't one of y'all,
What if
barely,
you're vibing? What if you
barely
got
if
a
it's
good
one of
vibe
y'all.
from the group?
I'm gonna be that guy that's like, all right, y'all break it up, but I'm not getting there and getting hit.
Let me say a quick prayer for y'all real quick, get y'all in the right mindset.
I'm not about to get hit just because two other randoms with us are like Mitch, when we play Indian Pines, we were with that uncle and that nephew. If they would have gotten a fight, I'd been like, all right, y'all have at it.
Oh yeah.
What if it's 4v2?
Like they're
getting beat up 4v2.
You shouldn't have picked the fight.
Me and Mitch or whoever my person with me in our cart, we ride to the next hole.
Oh,
I was about to say, I might just head on.
I'm not getting a fight. I say,
what if you think you can take them? What if it looks like a fair fight?
I got too much
4v4?
to live. I got too much to live for. I ain't getting no fight. People be pressing charges so easily these days. I ain't doing it. Y'all let us know what y'all in the comments what y'all do if y'all fighting for these randoms y'all just met. Honestly, that first time I played with Mitch Indian Pines, that's the first time I've ever been paired with randoms. Usually, most courses around here let you just golf as twosomes. So that's my first experience playing with randoms, and I would not fight for them. I'll just say that right now.
I've gotten like a couple of times going into places like down in Savannah, and then over in Georgia Southern. Whenever I played their course, like both times I played there, I got paired up with like randoms. But luckily, it was always like really nice people. I've never really had a bad experience getting paired up with anybody like
you
that.
Fight for them?
Yeah, well, two of them may have because we got along really well. But it just depends. I think.
When I played in Florida in June, I got paired with 3 guys. My partner, I definitely would. The other was like a dad and a son, and they were both trash.
Yeah.
I do not think they would have helped anyway in a fight, so they'd be on their own. But if my partner got jumped, I'm there.
Did all 3 of them know each other, or the dad?
No.
Oh, so your
dad and son, and then me and the other guy were randos.
And you would have fought for him.
Heck yeah, we were boys by the end of the day. We were reading lines for each other.
Does he follow us on Instagram?
I don't know.
He's not your boy. He ain't following us on Instagram.
He was close enough. That day, he would have been.
There ain't no way I'm fighting for no randoms. I guess it would depend on who my partner is that I'm there with. Like, if one of them starts scrapping, I'd almost feel obligated. I had to go do something.
Yeah.
We were cheering each other on during the day, being like, "That's a good shot. Good shot. That's okay. You're good. You're fine."
But like, if I looked at you and you looked at me and you're like, "Are we about to help fight?" I was like, "Nah, we ain't helping to fight."
Yeah. What if they turn to y'all and say start talking junk?
I'm driving
then you're
off.
like, whoa.
Bro, I'm trying to finish my round of golf. I'm getting out of here. I'm driving off.
You're like, I ain't trying to get banned from a golf course.
I want to ask this, Brady. How was Point Sunday compared to Sunday before? You've been back-to-back weeks. Conditions.
Okay. I actually talked about this the other day with a guy that my neighbor actually. So it was funny. 2 Sundays ago, greens were getting back. I think this time of the year is a good time for Point. They have that grass on them that's kind of it does well in heat as long as they can keep it watered. They had the greens a little long when I was putting. It took me a while because Point naturally in the beginning of the year is always a little slick, in my opinion. They keep it cut really low, and I don't know if that's something maintenance wise or they just have to do that, but they definitely had it up a little bit higher on last Sunday. And my neighbor played in a tournament, one of the scramble tournaments on this past Saturday. And I was telling him that I was like, look, it was a little furry. you could definitely tell the greens were firm underneath with
Mm-hmm.
all the rain we've been getting. It was kind of surprising. But when I got out there Sunday morning, dude, they were rolling quick. Like I guess they cut them maybe Saturday morning before that tournament, and yeah, they were running quick. Like you could get one to get away from you real quick if you didn't watch out. But still, I think the fairways there's some spots in them, especially on the front nine. You know, they got that dirt, out there in the middle on some holes, but
Mm-hmm.
around the greens, everything's perfect. Like they got the grass height, the rough height's really good. Only knock right now is they need some bunker renovation. They need somebody to come out there, either put new sand in the bunkers. They need to get some kind of drainage going. Like number 3, the pot bunker in front of number 3's green, it's just like mud where it's just been holding water. Number 6 has the same problem. Those two
Oh yeah,
bunkers
because it's
around
like
it,
a flat bottom.
they're flat and they don't, that water has nowhere to go. They need some kind of work to be done there. Tee boxes are pretty good. I can't complain about any of those. But yeah, bunker work definitely needs that's top priority for them. But I will say, I don't think they have anybody like out there during the week taking care of it. My father-in-law played out there midweek on like Wednesday or Thursday. He said he saw a crew out there, not from point, just like a random grass cutting crew cutting the grass.
Oh,
So
wow.
I don't know what they've got going on.
Like on the course?
Yeah, like fairway. Just they were cutting, like they had their like equipment
Right.
just parked. Yeah, just like everything parked out there, just cutting the fairways. And I guess Julie cuts the greens.
That's wild. I need to ask Stephen Wood, Zach, Stephen. He manages the grass around the clubhouse and the tennis courts, and like he cuts that part. So I need to ask him if he knows who's cutting like the golf course.
I mean, it almost feels like a disservice for the money since they bought the course to not dedicate resources to it. They've went up price, and the course is. I mean, it's never been nice, but there's certain parts where you're like, this isn't even worth what
Yeah.
the old
It's
fee was.
almost embarrassing that you have a college golf team. This is home of the Skyhawks, and they
Who will
can't
not
host
play
events.
there.
Yeah, they cannot host events at their home field. I mean, that's for other people. It's like Auburn, like we can't have a home game at Jordan Hare because it's not in good shape. We got to go have it somewhere in Birmingham, which is almost a disadvantage for the team. If we're hosting a tournament, we should have it at our home course. We practice there. We know the course. We know how to win there. There's been several times since that team has been established at Point that a lot of their wins in NAIA have come from their tournaments at home. That's where they've won a lot of tournaments at that course. And now they're having to have them at Noonan Country Club, which if you ask any of them, like I asked Jacob, he said
hard.
It's hard. Yeah, he says it's a tough course. It's hard to win out there. So I think it's it's causing them, I would say, even to maybe have a tournament that they could potentially win as a team, just because where's the fun? I'm not going to say where's the fun's going, like people hiding them, but like why are we not making the course look a little better? At least to have a tournament out there. We should
Yeah.
at least
Another
The team deserves better.
Yeah. One more nitpick that I was just thinking about, the grass that's between like 12 and 14 fairway, that strip that's usually like,
Oh yeah,
they've let that get out of hand. Like
that was
I,
tall.
I hit, my normal draw and it started right down the middle of the fairway and then it drew over into the rough.
Couldn't find
I'm
it.
telling you, just like absolutely, it looks like the fields, like where he has it, way like the area that you don't even see, it's just that background, like that tall grass. But this is like, 10 feet off the fairway. It's like knee
Yeah.
deep. And I'm like, this isn't fun for anybody, especially when this golf course it's not the fields. Like it's not that type of,
Link
it's not
style
set up to be,
course.
yeah, it's not a link style course. Like, please cut that. And in between 15 and 16, like there's no point in that
Right,
grass
15
being
and
that
16
tall.
used to be kept cut, and
Yeah.
then every once in a while they'll let it get 5 foot tall,
Yeah.
and you try your best to avoid that side, and that's when you overdraw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody listening thinking we're bashing the superintendent. I think she does a great job with what she's able to do.
I agree.
I know
I
it's
think the
just
university should give her more.
yeah, they need to give
More
her more
resources.
help. And I know they're always posting about hiring. So I know that's tough too, trying to find people that actually go out in the heat and cut grass all day and maintain a golf course. But
other golf courses do it,
I
so
know
it's
there's got to be a
exactly.
way they
able
can
to
do
be
it.
accomplished.
There's got to be a way they can do it. She needs some help. She cannot be the person cutting greens, cutting fairways, managing all this stuff.
Because it's a fun track. It's
Yes.
a smaller length course, and it's fun because you can score on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the days where you hit one and it's slightly off, it's very similar when we played Callaway when they let the rough get real tall.
Oh yeah.
If it's not a perfect shot, you're just out of luck. And for 3 of the guys in here that are high digit handicaps, it's very tough.
But I love what she's done. Like even like you said in 15, I love the way she cut that fairway in because it used to be
trim it
all the way
in.
wide, and she made it very narrow right there.
Yeah.
And cut it in. So yeah, she just needs some help. I've been there several times where 13 green. One week was absolutely horrible with black spots everywhere, and another time where it was like beautiful green.
Yeah, it's actually grown back in. You can tell where, they placed all that in the middle, but you give it like, January, February comes around, it's going to look just like that at what you just described again.
Yeah.
They need to trim trees around the greens like the Fields did to give them, because 13's always been awful. 9's always had a problem too.
Yeah.
And most of them have plenty of sunlight, but give my girl Julie some help.
Give her some help. The Fields, first off, Ashley, come help point. Second, he's got the Fields looking amazing right now.
So good.
I'm ready to get out there.
I'm like, I gotta go play it, and
I'm ready to go
in the evening because he's posted these evening pictures, and it looks so chill out there in the evening because like it looks very not busy. People having a good time. I want to see that new putting green. Shout out to an owner that is out there doing the work and actually investing in a course like that. It's easy
doing the work himself.
I think
not just paying people.
Oh yeah, I think in the next year or two, you could see that course as a top 100, not only in Georgia but probably in America if it keeps getting the recognition, because it's kind of growing on social media a lot. You see a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what's gonna happen with that?
Price.
It's gonna be 75 to 100 around.
Ooh, Ashley, don't do it to us, my guy. Can I lock in a $50 per life?
Let me get that contract right.
We need that BSG membership.
Yeah, he said he would talk to us about it. We just never followed up with him. But he's got the course looking good. So, hey, shout out. Katie told me, I got hold her to it, but over here to my backyard where that pool was, that I could use next year's income tax refund and put me a putting green in the backyard. And I said, and I talked to Ashley. Ashley gave me a guy's contact information. And so maybe next summer your boy's going to have it put in if the income tax money looks good. What do y'all think it's going to cost?
Talking to Uncle Sam now.
I know. I gotta get a quote from the guy. But then if I get that, y'all ain't nobody beat me. I'm going to be putting every single day for the rest of my life. Nobody will beat me on a golf course. I'll never 3-putt again.
I assume you're going to do synthetic. Because maintaining your own grass, that'd be pretty tough.
No, I said that Ashley gave me the contact. He said a buddy of his is called Wana Turf Co. Synthetic turf, and that's what they do.
I imagine probably a few $1,000s for 20 to 30 square feet. Maybe if you go 50, it could be closer to 5. I don't know.
That's what I took. I said probably about $5,000 for me to have maybe like a 3-hole, not like holes, but a putting green with 3 holes cut into it. Basically just a circle, maybe a little cut in. But, we're trying out here. Make Uncle Sam be good to me. Watch this be the one year I get audited and have to owe a bunch of money, and I'm just going to cry.
Just don't get them handcuffs put on.
God, never will, hopefully. But that's hey, if you're listening, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, if you're listening to the audio version, you can watch this on YouTube and hit subscribe. We're only 13 subscribers away from hitting 1,000. 3 years in the making, trying to get to 1,000 subs. And we just want to see that 1K next to our name on YouTube. So go subscribe, create a second Gmail if you have to, and subscribe and help your boys out. 13 away. We've never been so close.
If you got friends at work, tell them just click it.
I know they don't do nothing. They don't bother. They don't pop up anywhere and like spam them. Just all they gotta do is hit subscribe. Help us out. You're 13 away. We'll make Noah the thumbnail for every video from now on until we have 1,000 subs. We need
Just
to
said subscribe.
yeah, just subscribe. Can you write that on his belly? Subscribe. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking it out. Go check out Moon Golf. We'll be back next week. We're going to talk women's Olympic golf and some other stuff. And so possibly Zach's trying to play around a golf Sunday, aren't you?
I am. I personally invited the BSG boys.
So if we
My
can make it
question
work.
for Brady is Point in a good enough spot for a Sunday round, or should we see Mr. Ashley Young?
It'd be an
I think
afternoon round, right?
That's what?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. I said
I think
afternoon.
it could be a coin flip. Honestly, I haven't personally played the fields in a while, and that would be somewhere where I'd be interested in.
That is super convenient to me and goes a wonder
Yeah,
of ways with time.
that would be my vote.
Just know if I am able to make it, I'm officially calling out whoever comes that this is the official round for the official ranking of our skill level BSG. So if you want to be the best in the group, you better win on Sunday.
Let's see what we're looking at. I was thinking 2:00.
Maybe I got to talk to the wife. You know, it's baptism Sunday, so I'm gonna be there a little later than I usually am. I got to clean up the horse trough.
Just load it up in the truck.
Always do. So we'll maybe next week you'll hear a report from us on who's the best golfer in the group, and maybe we can catch Brady sleeping. That's what we're hoping.
We need some strokes.
No, straight up, just straight up.
Oh.
You know, if you get in Brady's head, that hook starts becoming more and more. I mean, that draw becomes more and more of a hook the more you get in the head. So, and I'm a dangerous man. Mitchell gave me a new shaft in my driver. I've only played with it a couple times, but I'll get it figured out. So, we're ready. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Make sure you like, subscribe. We'll see y'all next time. Noah, tell him bye. Talk to him, Noah. I really thought he was going to talk on command. That's all right, Noah, Casey Birchfield. We'll see you later.
Just start screaming.